Hey, Fix It All here. I know I don't post a lot of videos on YouTube, but generally I only post videos that I don't see or people just don't have really much of a clue on what's going on. I guess more informed is better than less informed. So today, you might know this already, but I'm going to do some brake line flaring. This is simple. I can do this in a matter of a minute or two. So here's the deal. I've got a tight fit. I got a Honda here. It's got a little small brake line, probably about 6 inches long. If you have something that you got to do some really tight bends, some very awkward bending and stuff, steel line is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I use steel line quite often, but for me, in certain situations, I like to use copper line. Not the stuff you buy at Home Depot. This is actually copper line, nickel something. It's made for brakes. You buy it at the parts store. It's easier to bend. You can bend it by hand. You can get a little bit tighter of turns and curves without excessive amount of force. Anyway, what I've got going on here is I've got a brake line. Now I'm using the old pieces that I pulled off because they're still in good shape, and hey, what not for? Why waste stuff if you don't have to? As long as the threads are good and you got nothing marked up here, and you can still get a good wrench on your nut here, nothing wrong with it. So what I bought this kit. Got it from Amazon. It comes with a lot of the brake flaring tools. But I like it because I was having a problem with using some of these really cheap clamp-ons, and then you have to try and center it, and I was never getting a right down the middle flare every time. This is simple. This you take, you measure how far you go down. You just want to be about right there, just past this little. It's got a ridge on it. I don't know if you can see it, but you just measure it. So that's about where you want the ridge. Just past that. Tighten your clamp. Make sure you put your nut on there first. Copper's pretty easy. I've already deburred the inside. You want to deburr the inside, and you want to take some sandpaper and lightly sand the outside, because if you don't, it just makes it a little bit tougher to get your flare tool piece out. This one's really easy. I love how this just screws right on. Center it up till it bottoms out. Back it up a little bit. Screw the middle down. Where's my wrench? A 9/16, 7/8. This is how easy it is to flare a brake tool, to flare a brake line. It's flared. This is the best flare tool I've ever had, and if I'm going to pass it along, I don't know the part number, but you'll see it. It's the kind like this. The kind like this. It screws on over it, and it's right down the center. Perfect flare every time, whether you use any kind of brake line. I've broken 2 of these though. You use them excessively, like everything else, it wears out, it breaks. Maybe I over tightened it, I don't know. But that is a perfect flare on the brake. I use copper because it bends easier by hand. I could use steel. I'm more than capable of flaring steel line and making tight turns, but if you're looking for an easy way and you're stuck on your driveway because you busted a brake line in these awful Wisconsin weathers, this is what you do. It's easy. I flared that in, what, a minute? So Fix It All here, just giving you some advice. You can use the nickel copper line. It's easier to bend. It's easier to flare in some cases. I use steel a lot, but in this case I had this handy and I was doing some tight bends. I still have to make some more bends before I'm all done and said, but this fixes the problem. So if you have any questions about flaring brake tools or whatever, I mean, this is the way to go. So Fix It All, just giving you some piece of advice. Brake lines aren't a problem anymore. Fix It All over, and don't forget to hit that like button. I'm tired of people watching these videos and then talking all this stuff and not hitting the like button. Well, maybe they don't talk so much stuff, but hit the like button. I would like that. Over and